Hello everyone and welcome back to another video about Planet Coaster 2. I am MrSimside and today we are talking about the roadmap of future updates and a potential new DLC arriving very soon. Frontier was pretty open about the last updates with their publishing of a roadmap back in January 2025. And now we are nearing an end with the May update, which we will get first infos about in the next Frontier Unlocked on April 30th, which is only a few days ahead. In today's video, I want to share my thoughts on the continuation of this roadmap and the next possible DLC and what it could contain. If you want to see more of my videos, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button and follow me on my social channels to never miss any update in the future again. We will now dive into the roadmap that Frontier has released already some months ago, and we will take a look at what has been there for update 5, and then we will take a closer look into the future, what I personally think would absolutely make sense. I also talked to some of my content creator buddies and wanted to hear their opinion about the future and what is coming or could come next for the game. As you all have been playing the last 3 updates that already released, I won't take too much time to talk about those, but a quick overview. From update 2, we got the custom video billboards and custom speakers, as well as synchronized coasters, interchangeable coaster cars, and updated notification settings. When it comes to update 3, we got the Western theme back, which is from the original game and was one of the base themes back then. We also got more varied movement of guests and rafts on special pieces, guests jettisoning of flumes, and round-bottomed flumes in inflatables. For me personally, this was the biggest and best addition or enhancement Frontier added to the game since release, and I love to build those water rides now in the game. For update 4, which was only released a week ago, we got restaurants. They took the restaurants from Planet Zoo and improved them a little more, and I'm super satisfied with this addition. I already built like 5 or 6 restaurants in game, and I cannot wait to share all the speed builds about it on my channel, hopefully soon. All of those updates also contain stock coasters, which were actual de-themed versions of existing coasters, and those were all a very nice and handy addition to create more customized coasters for your theme parks in game. Now let's talk about what could come in update 5 and what we will maybe see on Wednesday. First of all, Frontier announced that the security guards will make a return to the game. I think they will come back as they were in Planet Zoo as well, so they will take care of vandalism and pickpockets, and we will also get security cameras to get an overview of all the happenings inside our theme parks. Next to that, we are getting Act 3 of the career maps available in sandbox mode, and we also get part 4 of the stock coasters. For me personally, there are not too many left. When I'm thinking about coasters that could make a return, I only have the RMC ones in mind, because they still have a highly themed front car, and then we could maybe see Mine Train. For example, because the locomotive in front of the coaster is or could be considered highly themed as well. In this roadmap that Frontier has shared with us, there is a returning flat ride, the Trident, which isn't actually a flat ride, as they always kept the name. It must be the Trident Coaster from the original Planet Coaster, which is a boomerang from Vekoma, and I'm happy that we will get this one back. Maybe with some more boomerang functionalities for other coasters as well, but this is again pure speculation. As I already talked about in one of my last update or recap videos, and we talked about the Unlocked, Frontier teased us with the laser focused theme return, which gives a hint onto the sci-fi theme. This is why I added the little sci-fi banner up onto this column of this roadmap table. This was added by me, so this is nothing official from Frontier, just to keep that in mind. But it's pretty obvious that we are getting the next theme for update 5. When I think of the next Frontier Unlocked, I'm curious what Frontier else will maybe show us, because something like the actual recolorability of pools and pool water was something that wasn't on the roadmap. And you can still not see it in here because that's the last version we had from Frontier, plus my manually added sci-fi banner. So I'm, kind of interested in what else could come with this update and what ongoing stability and performance enhancement they are doing. I'm sure Frontier is working hard again, and I cannot wait to get a first tease of new building elements that are coming to the game. This was my quick overview of the updates that we have already got. And now I would like to take a closer look in what I could personally imagine that will be next for Planet Coaster 2. And as this is all about keeping players satisfied and giving us something back for the rough launch, I could imagine that Frontier maybe continues with monthly updates till fall, but we will now take a closer look into the future. Before I start talking about what I am showing you at the moment, I want to clearly say that this is 100% speculation. This fictional roadmap was created by me. It has nothing officially to do with Frontier, and I has prepared this especially for this video with some research on social comments on the forums and feedback that I could find online from the player base, and also taking into consideration my discussions with other content creators. So this is 100% speculation, and please don't take this as something that is actually going to happen. But from what I discussed with my buddies, we think this could be a realistic looking future of the next couple of months if Frontier will continue with monthly updates till at least September. When I put together this roadmap, I thought a lot about what could realistically be added, what was there before in Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster and could return as the restaurants as an improved or enhanced version of it, before then releasing new features that we haven't had in any of the earlier Planet games, and bringing them alongside the usual free DLC updates. But we also have to keep in mind that Frontier needs to earn some money, and people are starting to ask when we will get the next DLC. So I think it would make sense to release the new paid DLC alongside the June update, which would be update 6 in my scenario I created, which we will take a closer look a little later. But before we do that, let's dive into update 6, which in my thoughts would come in June. For update 6, I see gift shops making a return to the game, or actually making an entrance to the game because we only had modular gift shops in Planet Zoo and they weren't there in Planet Coaster 1. In Planet Zoo, it was possible to place down floor pieces to make a fully functional and open gift shop. You could place shelves and different types of furniture to place different kind of souvenir articles and sell them to your guests. There were also a counterpiece where a staff member could stand and charge people for what they decided to buy. So this would absolutely make sense to being added next. So I think this could be something that we will see in June. Next to that, I would see the career maps available in Sandbox from Act 4, and we will get part 5 of the stock coasters, which would then mean we would maybe get the mine train or something else in there. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on what stock coasters we will get in May. As we get a roller coaster with update 5, I see next returning flat ride for update 6. I have absolutely no clue what it could be. But I also think maybe if we won't get any stock coasters like a part 5 I just talked about, maybe we could see some returning shop brands, because something like fries or the Pipshot water or something like this isn't back. I'm still thinking of like Missy Good donuts or something could return. We have the sushi from the World's Fair pack, but why is there no Professor Wurst or something else? Maxilente isn't back already, so this could be the perfect place to put some new shop brands into the game next to the gift shops. Frontier already started to improve the water rides with their water textures in update 4, so I could definitely see a more improved version or more enhancements for update 6 like they did with the flumes. So maybe we will get more advanced movement and more realistic movement of river rapids rides. And of course, as with every update, ongoing stability and performance improvements. As I already said, I could imagine the first or the next, it's actually the second paid DLC for Planet Coaster 2, which in my opinion could be something similar that we had with the pre-order. It was the Vintage Funfair Rides pack, and in my opinion it would be the perfect situation to release another rides pack, as we got lots of new themes already and we would need more rides to have a bigger variety in games. That's why I put together with my friend Vampiro a possible DLC roster that could make it to the game, and I personally think it would fit very well, because we get new rides that just have similar functions like we already have in game, but also adding new possibilities for more interesting experiences. This Vintage Classic Rides pack would include 10 new rides in total as the last DLC we got alongside the game launch, and maybe a few scenery pieces to use alongside those rides. Especially for the interactive shooting ride, we would need some target elements. Vampiro put together this selection of returning rides from Planet Coaster 1, which would make a nice roster for a paid DLC. I could also imagine that maybe 1 or 2 are exchanged for new attractions, or maybe an improved version in comparison to the first game. But the overall selection would be the Chixer, which was a motorbike roller coaster. This is kind of heavily themed, so I'm wondering if maybe we are getting a less themed version of it to theme it ourselves. Then we got the Venetian Carousel, the Rising Raptor, the Tri-Storm, which is a pretty classic flat ride. Then we are having the Quick Draw, which was the interactive shooting ride and was already pretty generic in its theming, so we could perfectly use this to make any type of interactive shooting ride. This would just be perfect to have it in game. Alongside this, we would also need different types of targets to use them in our dark ride builds. Next up could be the Rocktopus as a heavily requested flat ride. The power moves, I'm not 100% sure, as it's not breakdance. I'm not sure if, but I think the back wall with the big billboards also worked on power moves, but I'm not 100% sure. So maybe we will get some funfair style scenery pieces alongside this. Then I would totally be happy if Armada, the boat ride for nice water themed dark rides, would be added. Also, Aeronauts is a classic ride that you can see in multiple theme parks around the world. And last but not least, Centrum as a more intense flat ride for our adrenaline guests. I really used a lot of time to prepare those graphics and visuals for this video, so please keep in mind this is pure speculation. I don't know anything about it. If I'm only some person true, I hope Frontier doesn't think that I know too much from anywhere. I absolutely don't know anything. It's just assuming and speculating about what I personally would like to see for the future of Planet Coaster and obviously for the nearest future of Planet Coaster. This DLC would, in my opinion, cost the same as the classic Funfair rides pack we got alongside the game's launch, and I would be super happy if it would come alongside Update 6 in June. That's why I put it between Update 6 and 7 in my fictional roadmap. Now let's talk about the Update 7, 8 and 9, which I would see in my roadmap in July, August and September. When I remember the last couple of years, Frontier has always been very busy in the summer months and not really taking a bigger summer break like, for example, Paradox or Colossal Order is doing with City Skylines. And we mostly got DLCs around September, October, and they worked hard on it in July, August. So I could see this happen. And as we got gift shops in Update 6, I would see a new feature coming to the game, which are on-ride photos. Those on-ride photos would be added with triggerable cameras that you could add to your existing rides. Just place it next to the ride track and connect it with a trigger point to the coaster track, for example, and then you could also connect a gift shop or the Just a Momento shop, for example, and sell the on-ride photos there. As we had in Planet Zoo some burrow cameras, which gave us a look inside of small burrows for animals, I could also see connected screens or billboards to those on-ride cameras to see some randomly shared photos for our gift shops, but maybe that's just a little going too far. Next to this feature, I would see career maps available in Sandbox from Act 5, which is actually the last act of the career mode. And I am seeing, in terms of rides, a returning coaster again. And as we are done with stock coasters, I thought about what if Frontier would add special track pieces to more coaster types. There are still some coaster types that are not having special track pieces, especially the coasters from the first game. For example, the spinning coaster, which is like Wind of Fear and Force at Phantasialand, or Spin Ball from Alton Towers, they could really need special track pieces as well. And I thought when it comes to adjustments and enhancements, we could get the recolorability for water bodies, which are placed for terrain reasons. We had this in Planet Zoo already. And we also got fog effects that are toggleable or available for the pools, for example, to make it look like a hot pool. We had this with the aquatic things in Planet Zoo, where you could toggle fog effects and bubbles inside the water to make it look more realistic. Alongside all those additions, I would see, cause it's again 2 months since the last base game theme from Planet Coaster 1 has been added, the fairy tale theme, or maybe the pirate theme, but as the Viking theme is pretty close to the pirate theme, I just thought the fairy tale theme would make a return in July in my imagination. As well as with the Western theme, we would then get back the old wall sets alongside the scenery pieces for the paths, benches and tables, picnic tables and so on. This would be just perfect, especially with all the other roof pieces we would additionally get. And if I remember correctly, the roof pieces from the fairy tale set were the most generic ones, which you could use in multiple settings. Next up is update 8 in August. This update could bring the highly requested hotels back. In Planet Coaster 1, we only had black boxes which were connectable to gray boxes, which were differentiated into premium rooms and standard rooms, and you could make a hotel build with it. This was pretty easy and not very satisfyingly implemented into the game. We didn't have any types of hotels in Planet Zoo, so this is something I could not really imagine about how they would improve it. I just thought about the staff rooms that already had like interior in Planet Zoo, and maybe we get an entrance building where people are going in, and then we can connect like rooms with prefabbed interior, but also could work with some scenery inside of those rooms. We had actual windows as part of those staff rooms or zookeeper rooms, and we could see people or the staff members moving inside those rooms and doing things. So maybe this could be an option, but I absolutely have no clue. I just thought we had it in the first game. It isn't a fully new feature, and we could get it in August, which is just perfect for holidays or vacation, summer vacation. Next to this feature, we will get a returning flat ride, and maybe, same as with the stock coasters, maybe we are going back to themed trains or themed coaster ride cars. Don't know how to call it, but then I thought about bringing back the Wendigo train and maybe the cat car from the vintage cars, this transport ride you could use for it. I think it was a magical cat with a wizard hat or something like this. So maybe they are going to bring back highly themed cars as well, because there are lots of casual players out there that don't want to customize everything. And this would be the perfect opportunity, as hotels is obviously a very big feature, to bring back adjustable height for tower rides. We got it for at least some of the tower rides in Planet Coaster original game, but at a very late state. So maybe we would get this feature a little earlier with update 8. Last but not least, let's talk about the last free monthly update number 9, which could come in September based on my timeline. This update contains some big improvements to the weather system. We already got announced seasons, but at the moment winter is just a little rainier and colder, but it doesn't have any effect on our guests. They are not riding more indoor rides. It doesn't look like anything is changing really. And winter without snow is maybe pretty common for Germany, but not too realistic. So when I thought about adding weather enhancements, and that's why maybe some of the features in the more previous updates like 6, 7 and 8 are not that big, is because Frontier would have time to work more on the weather enhancements. When I thought about what I would like to see in-game, it is actually improved weather, including snow, as well as the snow terrain paint. So I would love to see the same system like in Planet Zoo, that we have heaters and ACs if it's hot, that you could cool down certain areas of your park or buildings, and also heaters for winter times, that you can heat up certain areas that your guests don't freeze. It would also be nice just like Rudy mentioned in his video, that people could change clothes throughout the seasons. But if that's not going to happen, I could actually live with it, but it would be a nice detail. When I think back of the Arctic pack, which was the first DLC for Planet Zoo, we got a new biome, including the Aurora Borealis, which are the northern lights. And I would love to see, next to snow and everything, that we also get a new biome, including the northern lights. And maybe we also get back the opportunity we had in Planet Coaster 1 to create a custom biome and select what types of terrain paint we would like to have. We already have much more flexibility, as we have 12 terrain paints instead of 8. So this is already a big improvement, but I would love to see the custom biomes back. When it comes to rides, I totally see a returning coaster again, and as with update 8, I am seeing 2 additions of themed trains, which could be the Coney Express for the railroad type of transport ride, and the Machina Classica from the base game, from one of the I think later DLCs, which are the a little faster small themed rides, which would be a very nice and handy addition. When it comes to adjustments and enhancements, I see returning entertainers like Miss Ellie or some of the others. I think we have the princess and also the robot from the sci-fi theme. So maybe this is going to make a return with the last added theme. Because, and that's what's the biggest thing that is a little cut off at the edge of this screenshot, the Pirates theme is making a return in September. Actually, we are now nearly 30 minutes in this speculation deep dive, and I talked with people about this roadmap. We thought it could be pretty realistic and doable for Frontier to release within the next months. I know they need to earn some money, but I also see the next paid DLC already in October, if it should be something like the Spooky Pack, maybe a Haunted pack or something like this. And I think it would be the perfect way to gain back all the trust and get people back into the game, and not releasing super nice new features to the game that we haven't seen before. And it would bring the game in such a better state don't understand me wrong, the game is already a lot better compared to the launch version, and I love what Frontier is doing, but I also hope that they maybe continue just a few more months with the monthly updates as I showed it here. If we are lucky, this is closer to what Frontier is preparing than I think. But if I could wish for something, take this roadmap and make it happen. I want to say it again, this was 100% speculation. I have absolutely no clue about what's coming, and I just wanted to share this with you. So that's why the disclaimer is placed there, and I also, if someone is taking a screenshot or so, I put that big speculation watermark on top of this image, just that nobody misses this. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think, and please hit the like button, leave a comment with an emoji or something for the sake of engagement. If you stayed till now, thank you so much for supporting my channel, watching this video, and yeah, making me enjoying that YouTube journey. We are coming closer to my first anniversary, and I cannot wait to share more creative videos with all of you. Thanks again for watching. I wish you a beautiful day or evening whenever you are watching this, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and see you in the next one.